Those of you planning to lodge in a hotel, you need to watch this video first, because what this lady is about to tell us right now is going to make some of you really, really shocked. This is her story.
I was taking a bath and I looked into the mirror and I was so shocked to my bone marrow. I saw a guy at my back, and it happens to be that is one of the hotel staff. He was standing very stunned, not moving, and I screamed out of fear. And he was like that, to be honest, when he came in, he rubbed something on his body and he came in, that normally people don't see him, that he's surprised that I saw him and some few others in the hotel there, that they get paid by big men. When they see young girls or any lady staying alone, like in the hotel room, lodged alone, they'll come in, they'll butcher you and take your body parts.
Oh my goodness. You say you saw an organ harvester in your hotel room?
Yes, I did indeed.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Can you tell the viewers your story?
Actually, on that fateful day, I was actually heading to school because I was writing my final papers, but I didn't get like a flight for that day, so I had to like take the bus. So there was a whole lot of issue like on the road before getting to my destination, because there was like flood, so much water, cars couldn't move from Port Harcourt to Benin at that time, so they stopped us like the boundary between Port Harcourt and Bayelsa. So when we dropped there, we were told to take a boat. So taking a boat from Bayelsa all the way down to Delta, from Delta to Benin, at the time itself it was already very late, like it was like about 1 a.m. in the morning when I got to that Ugeli roundabout. I'm not actually familiar with Delta State. I just passed through to school because I schooled in Benin. So when I got to Delta State, I met a bike man at that Ugeli roundabout.
1 a.m.
Yeah, about 1 a.m. I met it because the whole water flooding thing was really serious. People were still coming into the town at that time. I had to pay the bike man like that carried me down to that roundabout from like towards the entrance of Delta State from Bayelsa. That was where he carried me from, all the way down to that Ugeli roundabout. So when I got there, I saw another bike man and I told him that I needed a place to rest for the night, that I would be going the next day morning, that if it's possible for me to get a taxi to go to Benin that same hour of the night. He said no. So, but we should check the park if there's anybody that is willing to take the risk. So we went to the park together. When we got there, I saw like a group of taxi men, but they were saying that they cannot move to Benin at that hour, but I can collect one of them their number, and then maybe in the morning time when I want to leave, I should just make a call. So I got the number of the taxi, and then the bike man took me to the hotel where I would lay my head for the night. So I told him I needed a very clean hotel, a quality hotel, and he told me that was one of the best. So just by the Ugeli roundabouts, taking your right hand side into an untarred road, some parts are tarred, some parts are untarred. The hotel is by the left hand side. I can't really remember the name of the hotel actually. So we got there. I got a card from the receptionist. I went into the hotel. So I just put my alarm on to wake up at least 4:25 thereabouts, in order for me to prepare. By 5, I'd already told the driver that by 5 he should be at the hotel to take me.
By 5 a.m.
Yeah, by 5 a.m. He should be at the hotel to take me to Benin, to school. So at that time, my alarm rang, I think about 4:20 something thereabout. Because in that hotel, when we use the card, it's not like the key type of doors. So I went outside early hours of the morning because I really get constipated, and I always make it like a schedule to like every morning I take water and I use the restroom. So I woke up that morning. I checked like the hotel corridor to see if I would see anyone that could give me like tissue paper, because there was no tissue in my room. They just served me just towel and soap. There was no tissue paper. So I went out there to check if I would see anyone, and I was tying a towel on. So I checked, I couldn't reach any of them there. I saw a lady at first, but she had already gone far. I saw another guy. I tried to signal to him, but he wasn't even looking towards my direction. So I went back inside and I used the intercom to call the receptionist. So I called the receptionist and I told her that please, I would need tissue paper. So she sent someone to me upstairs to get me tissue. I got the tissue paper and then I used it. I just went into the toilet, taking my bath. In front of me was a very long mirror. A very long mirror. I think that's the concept or the aesthetics of the hotel. I don't know what kind of concept that is, but in front of me there was a very long mirror, and behind me was a wardrobe. Yeah. So I was taking a bath, and I just heard a very small voice say, "Look into the mirror." I looked into the mirror, and I was so shocked to my bone marrow. I saw a guy at my back, and it happens to be that is one of the hotel staff. He was standing very stunned, not moving, very, very stunned. His eyes were just very still. And I screamed out of fear. And when I screamed, I slipped on the bathtub and I held the rail. If not because of the rail I held, I would have fallen down and maybe cracked my skull or something, So I screamed and I shouted, "What are you doing in my room? What are you doing here? How did you get into my room?" Because I looked towards the direction of the door and the card was still intact. And by the way, I bolted the knob when I entered inside. And the man asked me, "Can you see me?" I said, "Hell yeah, I can see you very clearly. What are you doing in my room?" And so he started saying that he saw somebody and something just made him stunned in the mirror, from the mirror, and then he couldn't move and all of that. I should please not kill him. And I'm like, "I'm not here to kill you. You are the one here as a threat, So I asked him what was his purpose here. As at the time I started asking him questions, my phone started ringing. My brother was calling, and then because of the way I screamed and I almost fell from the bathtub. The neighbors, the two neighbors at the hotel at that time had already called the security, so they came banging on my door. So my brother called me, and then I picked the call, and my brother was shouting on the phone to go and report the guy for coming into my room. So I started asking the guy, "Why are you here? What are you doing here?" And he was like, that to be honest, when he came in, he rubbed something on his body and he came in. That normally people don't see him. That he's surprised that I saw him. That this is the first time someone saw him. That what they do is that it's not just him that he would say the truth. He would confess and tell me everything. That's not just him and some few others in the hotel there, that they get paid by big men. When they see young girls or any lady staying alone, like in the hotel room lodged alone, they will butcher you. They will come in, they will butcher you and take your body parts for sale. And when people get to find you the next day or something, they'll just automatically say it's a hookup girl, or maybe it's for ritual or stuff like that. So my brother was shouting on the phone because he was hearing the whole conversation while he was narrating his story. My brother was on the phone listening, and my brother was shouting, "Blood of Jesus, report this guy, go and report this guy." I don't even know what this guy did to me. Like, I don't know what he just did to me. I don't know whether it was sympathy or what. I couldn't even understand what happened to me at that moment. I didn't just report him. I didn't turn him, I didn't just get to report him. I don't know what this guy did to me, but that was what happened.
People banging at the door, you never opened it for them?
I did open it, but I didn't know, like I said, I didn't know what he did to me.
So you didn't let them come in?
I didn't let them come in because
what did you tell them?
They were asking me questions at the hotel, the door. They were like, "Madam, we heard you scream. Your scream was so loud. What's the problem? Is there an issue? Is there something you could talk to us about it?" And this man was just begging by the corner. I don't just know how I just got myself in that situation. I couldn't just say anything. I was so shocked to the bone marrow. Even at the first instance I was completely shocked, because in my life I have never gone through such a thing before. I was shocked to my spine. I was just telling them that everything was fine, but my hands were trembling. So they kept on seeing me trembling, but I'm not saying anything. And the other security guy put his leg across the door to block it from me not closing it, and was looking at me firmly and was telling me, "Madam, is there something you want to talk to us about?" And I just said, no, everything is okay. So that was what really happened.
So how did the guy leave your room?
Okay, so after,
well, you're not even scared, first of all. How do you? And you were not putting on anything.
I wasn't putting on anything. I was stark naked.
Stark naked.
Yes, I was stark naked.
And he was right behind you.
Yeah, he was right in front of me.
Was he holding anything?
No, he wasn't holding anything, but I think his pocket was a bit swollen. So I don't know what was in his pocket.
Why won't he be swollen? You are obviously naked.
No, his pockets were swollen.
I know what it means.
Oh, okay.
Were you not scared?
I was really scared. I was trembling, to be honest. I have never felt for like 3 weeks I couldn't eat.
This pocket was so low. You know, this is really shocking. Really, really shocking. And I'm still confused that you didn't even hit him something and try to run out. Because most people, their instinct to want to they want to leave that place immediately before even asking him anything.
Like I said, I screamed. That was my call for help at that time, because I was in shock. I have never experienced something like that before in my life. I've never come across a thing like that someone will come into somebody's room without a key or something. I've never experienced such.
This is serious. So this thing about organ harvesters, is really true.
Yeah, it's actually accurate.
What's the name of this hotel? Because I mean, this story is something that should be looked into. Okay, this guy confessed to you that they have been in the business of killing young ladies.
Yes.
Butchering their body part and selling it off to wealthy people who can pay for it.
Yes.
And someone like that, why are you here to tell the story today?
To be honest, I actually regret not even reporting him, because like I said earlier, I don't know if this was because of shock or because of fear or what. I don't know what.
Or maybe he did something.
Yeah, I don't know if the guy actually did something to me, but
like hypnotized you.
Yeah, I just could not say anything. Like, I was trembling all through. For 3 weeks, I couldn't eat. I was just taking pap. My mom was feeding me pap. I couldn't eat. After my exams, that very day, I had to go back home. I had to travel back home. So I couldn't eat. I couldn't do anything. It was really very, very scary for me. I don't know what he did to me that just made me just lose my senses at that time. Like, I just could not report him. I couldn't even say anything.
How did you leave the hotel room that day?
Okay, so once the security personnel, they had left the front of my door, including the neighbors, I think he waited for a while and then peeped and then walked out of the
So you mean that corridor did not have CCTV?
I don't know. I really wasn't. I wasn't.
Like, what kind of a hotel is that? Like,
I wasn't really checking if it had a CCTV or not. But he didn't leave immediately. He was just still kneeling down there, begging and crying. He didn't leave immediately. He was just still there. How old did
you say this guy was? In his 20s?
No, I would say 30s? He's about 40, 42, thereabout. He shouldn't be up to 45. He should be about 40, 42.
People should be very careful the kind of hotels they lodge. There are stories that in some hotels there are spy cameras that are filming you, and the footage will be sold on certain websites.
True. Heard of that too.
Hotels are no longer safe. And then you say this hotel is a 4-star.
It's a 4-star hotel, yes.
How do I... Because I'm somebody who travels a lot and I've lodged across
like I said,
hotels.
It was so late at night. I don't live in Delta State. I don't stay around there. But I can describe the hotel. If they say take me to this hotel, definitely I would describe the hotel for you. But I couldn't picture the name of the hotel. I couldn't capture that name of the hotel. But I can authoritatively tell you that this is the place. If you take me there, I can take you directly to the place.
Okay, now that you are here to share your experience, do you think you would want to report this to the police?
If there's any way to trace that guy again, maybe yes.
It's not just the guy. The guy claims that
there are other people.
Him, yeah, the other staff too. They're also in the business.
Yes, as well. If they can, if something like that is still going on there, and if they can go undercover to check and find out, then that's fine.
I'm beginning to doubt if truly that guy is organ harvester, because if somebody comes to a hotel to lodge, the person would have informed people that, oh, I'm lodging here. You don't even know the history of that person. So how do you just kill the person and then nobody hears about it ever again? That this person got person's last scene was.
What he said was that they usually butcher girls that come there alone. Meaning, once you are lodging, like he said, he's not alone. He's with others. So once you are lodging from beginning, they will know that this particular person is working. I don't know how they clean their mess.
I know, but like how? Because that's really risky. I mean, logically, because you come to a hotel to lodge. Personally, I would first of all tell my PA where I'm lodging, I'll text like my very, very close friends.
I didn't tell anybody where I was lodging.
I will even tell them the room number. So I'm sure there are people who do things like this too, right?
I didn't tell anybody where I was. My parents just knew I was going to school that very day. They didn't know if I was going to stop by the hotel or not. Nothing, like absolutely nothing. In fact, it was when I got to the hotel, that's when I started charging my phone. Since that time, my battery had died like long before I got to that Delta State. So I didn't tell anybody I was lodging, or if I had gotten to my destination or not, or if there was any problem at all on the road. I was just trying to get to my destination. So I didn't inform anybody on anything that was happening to me at that time.
I don't know what to say, honestly. It's really shocking to hear this. This is really crazy what is going on in Nigeria. So what's the purpose of making this video now?
Purpose of making this video and telling my story is to create awareness for every young lady out there, because there are some people that would just automatically think once you're in a hotel you are safe. Once you're in a hotel you are not safe. It's not the hotel that helps you, it's God that helps. So one should be very, very vigilant, because like you said, there are some dark webs where people get to record things about illegally and then post it. See, these people don't know what is going on. They just come there to lodge, sleep and have their rest and have their fun time and go. That was the same way I was coming to lodge, sleep and go. So most of the times we should be very vigilant. We should know the place that we are passing, like spending our night. Check the rooms, check the wardrobes, check anywhere else, anywhere you can check, before you stay there, because anything can happen. Like me, I wasn't expecting that. Like I said, I was so much in shock. I wasn't expecting that kind of situation. So I'm just here to let them know that things like this happen, and all of these situations are not always it's a girl they are using for rituals or something. Sometimes they might be organ harvesters.
Thank you very much for sharing your story.
Okay.
Why I will encourage you and your family members to report to the police. My core competence is to create awareness, and this is what we are doing right now. If you're watching this, please take this very seriously. This is not fiction. This is something that happened to her, and she's sharing her story because she wants other people to be very careful of the kinds of hotel they lodge. Very important. Please do extra check. When you lodge a hotel, look for any secret passageway. Very, very important. One time in Enugu, I traveled my PA to a hotel only to she was even the one that, so there's, there are some hotels, it's something I see but I don't really take seriously, that your room and the next room, what is demarcating is just a door, and that door is always locked. Yes. So I discovered that, so we lodged in 2 separate hotels, but she requested that they should open it, and for the first time I realized that they could even open it. So that way she can have access to my room conveniently, and we could have meetings and plan for our day and everything. Okay. So, then I started thinking, what if there are people who do really bad things and they have the key to that room, to that door, and then when a guest is sleeping, their prey, they can then open it secretly, gain access to because what you said was that your own door was locked.
Yes.
Properly locked.
And
then somehow you found this guy in your room and you can't even explain. So I never even knew that was possible. So when you see that door, a demarcating door, please do extra check. You can even keep something in front of the door in a way that if somebody tries to open the door, that thing will fall and maybe break and make noise.
Sure.
Take extra care. Off all the lights and there's one thing about CCTV. If you turn off all the lights, you can see that it's recording. That infrared light is always shining, so you can easily tell. But just that these days technology has progressed so much that we now even have these spy cameras. They are so small. Some of them are even in wall clocks. True. You can almost not see them. So just try to do your best. And sometimes if you lodge in a hotel, tell yourself that you are not alone. Don't ever assume that you are alone. So whatever it is, that it's only in your own house that you are completely sure and you are safe. Sure. So there are certain things that if I were you, I'll try as much as I can not to do it in the hotel room, because you can never be too sure. And do your extra check. Let people know where you are. If you don't feel safe, even telling people your hotel room number and the name of the hotel, because maybe you don't trust them so much. Just consider other precautionary measures, and I hope that God sees us through this life. There are so many things to be careful of. So thank you very much for watching this episode of the Lucky Udo Experience. I really appreciate. The audio version is going to be uploaded on Spotify. So go to Spotify right now, search the Lucky Udo Experience, subscribe, and hope you don't miss our future upload. If you're watching for the first time, please click the subscribe button so you don't miss the next episode. Thank you very much for sharing your story. Would you like your identity to be hidden?
No.
Okay, you've already made a video about this on TikTok, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you don't mind. Okay, thank you for coming to the Lucky Udo Experience. Really appreciate. Is there anything I'm supposed to ask you that I did not ask that you like to say?
No, not really.
Okay, so are you done with school now?
Yes, I'm done with school.
Okay, interesting. All right, thank you very much. Let's say bye to the viewers. 1, 2, bye.